might be disappointed with the network here. Sometimes it's not good. I mean, 5, all of them in total. Thank you. So we've spotted in 2 of the live 5, and the 1 was dead, which is buffalo. But anyway, it seems like probably one of the promising day where we might get to see few of the big 5 today. As I said earlier on, it's very, very hot, it's very humid, it might rain at any time. Weather will never ever predict as from now, so we have to go and find lots of animals if we can. If anything comes out, we might leave this rhino and rush somewhere else, because it can rain at any time. So this is one of our permanent rhino that stays here, like the one that we're now facing, performing at the stage. He is a short-horn male. It's one of our dominant male in the surrounding. It's very amazing male. He covers such a very big area. I can really ensure that he covers at least 20 square kilometers of an area, and normal rhino cover at least 10 kilometers square of a territorial areas, and he can create his boundaries and he creates his maidens wherever he left the information by defecation or urinating on the ground, scarfing, and leave the message behind for the other males that enter the area. Let us look on that. That is a short-horn female. It's one of the females that normally we get to see around more into our west and eastern side of our property. It looks like a female. She's now permanent around in the farm that we have a right of operation. They stay here pretty much. And it's a tiny little one, a baby, which is now on the ground, very close to short-horn female. It looks like now a lot more settled when it comes to vehicle. Remember, we're a little bit struggling on the young female, the same female that I've been seeing. I mean, 3, 4, 5 months back, it was not relaxed. There's now, I mean, knowing the business of WildEarth, you start to really know, better than before. Now relaxed, lying down, just listening what's going on here. If you look at the background of all these rhino in the area where we are, there are all these animals. 20 years back, 40 years back, they were endangered species, especially white and black. Black is also endangered, but the white are now not endangered species. They're more common. I mean, the population is doing well in the area. If you look at the 1971, 1970s, maybe I will say it like that way, these species here have been brought in from KwaZulu-Natal into the area where we are, and since from then they have done well. And also because of the Greater Kruger National Park has been opened up with fence, there's quite a lot of animals at this stage in the area. We tend to see this 5 crash of rhino. We might spot another rhino furthermore east. We know there's some rhino that hangs around them, especially the 2 males that hangs all together, sometimes the 3. There's quite a few of rhino that we get to see in the area, especially if you look at the population or the game counting in Sand at Djuma, which is population of rhino is very good. Even mentioned something, I remember a week ago that you found that all these rhino that hangs being a male or bachelor all together, being 3 together, is because of the population of rhino are doing well in the area. They tend to be not having a chance to really push the dominant male off, because there's quite a lot of them around in the area. So really, if they come across with the calf, the young ones, you find that all these males that have been stressed all the time, they like to have an opportunity, a turn of mating, and you find that they just mount the young calf, which they weren't even able to really carry the load of the males. Some of them will have a problem of their back. You find the rhino has been broken the back as a young calf. So it really stressed me a little bit when it comes to that attitude. So we have realized, population of rhino is very good and we're doing well. I'm still looking forward for more rhino around in the area. All of them rhinos have to relax by this time of the day, especially if it's too hot like this. It burns a lot of energy. So let us take our time and look at the rhino itself. I've given enough information. So if really is a question, I won't have to say anything from now. You're welcome to email us more questions about rhino from myself or Peter. Later stage we're going to answer those questions as from tomorrow game drive onwards. So if you see rhino all the time, there has to be always alert with anything that might be form of threat as the birds flying across, because the mother is having a youngster, and the youngster on that age is a lot more vulnerable from lions, hyena. So it has to be always a little bit active and check what's going on. It will be always like that. If something looked like he was a little bit tricky on the birds that flown across, so it has to respond in anything that could be a form of danger. I've mentioned that I've given much information, but really this is a live game drive. Anything that may comes, as an extra addition of knowledge or any news from the animal's reaction and on, have to pass it on to you and say it what's exactly happening at the stage, which is very good.